and it comes no more. And we don't have the opportunity to say, oh, next summer I will make sure I go to the beach. Or next summer I will make sure I have a cookout. There are some seasons in our life that come once. And then we are given time to act within that season. God gives us time. He gives us a period of time to work on what he is expected from us, on what we need to do or accomplish within that season. And like God, he has orchestrated all aspects of our lives. The ones we think about, the ones we are conscious about. Do you know that even the genetics, even your X and Y chromosomes, the X for the female, for the male, and the X and X chromosomes for the males, for the women. God has given us genetics. And those genetics play a large part to who we are and how we respond to nature. Some people are predisposed to feeling cold. Some people are always hot. And that has to do with our genetics, our physiology. So God has orchestrated every aspect of our lives, our genetics, our physiology, that's our physical structure, our temperaments, our personalities. Some temperaments go very well together. I'm sure there are some people, you meet them, you click it off. You hit it off well. And some personalities, it's a deliberate effort to get along, to find a common ground, you know. Some personalities just don't join well. And that is the way God has created us. And the way we are different and the way our temperaments are, God has a purpose for each and every part of us. He has a purpose for the quiet ones amongst us. He has a purpose for us. We are the ones, although they are the ones that are easy to observe and take in and analyze. He has a purpose for those who are quick to speak and are, in front, because they are quick to take charge and control. So he has a purpose for everything. And there's a time and purpose for all things. And like I said, time is limited because some areas we think we have enough of it, but really it's disappearing. Do you know the moment a child is born, we start counting years, right? But we are counting years to when the child is returning back to his maker. So we think that we are spending more time on earth, whereas from the moment a child is born, it's a countdown to where he's going to return back to his maker. So the moment of birth is a day that we say is closer to when we go back to our maker because time is limited. It is also a very delicate concept. Time is it's not something you can hold on to. It's not something you can say, this is the beginning, this is when it starts. It's very delicate. You can't really identify it sometimes. But it does have an end. Matthew 24, verse 35. Just like we said, it has a beginning in Genesis 1:1. Matthew 24, verse 35 tells us, it's even in color? Wow. I love this. Dawn Media, wonderful. Heaven and earth will disappear, but my words will never disappear. Heaven will start, the world will end, but my word, so the word of God is the one that is infinite, is the one that never ends. Just like we said, as there's a beginning, there's also an end to time. So we also must recognize that the seasons begin, and we also must recognize that when those seasons begin, we must take the appropriate action that is correspondent for that season. I don't expect us in the fall to be buying summer clothing. In the fall, we're checking our winter clothing. We're checking the status of our sweaters. We're bringing out our coats, taking them to the laundry or whatever. We're preparing for the season ahead. So likewise in our lives, whatever season we find ourselves, we must take necessary steps to ensure that we are equipped for that season. Must be ready for that season in life. For example, raising children. There will be a time you will not breastfeed them forever. Even though when you are breastfeeding them, it seems like an eternity. Especially those who breastfed their children exclusively. Do you know what it means to have a child attached to your body 24/7 for about 6 months consistently? You can't go anywhere too far because that child depends on you for food. Do you know what it takes from you? not only the drain on the body, you can't be alone and just say, let me just sit down.